Hello and welcome to this playthrough of Factorio, where I am building a megabase on Earth. I am using a mod, Cities of Earth, focusing on the Old World Hemisphere. My goal is to reach 10,000 science per minute with a rail-based design. The resources are set to maximum size and density, and biters and pollution are turned off. The mod list is shown in the description, as well as a link to my Twitch channel, High Speed. Please come visit me there. Questions and comments are welcome. Thank you for watching. And I could probably change some of these to be like a speed mod so that it produces a little bit less and then the numbers are fine. But I don't really care about that. I mean, I'm fine with it having a consistent design and being a little bit short. The meta question, though, is if Kurt tells me that I need 42 because what I actually need is 56,358.929 green circuits a minute, can I get that level of performance without that extra green circuit assembler or that extra copper cable assembler? So that's what I'm going to do here is I'm going to manually calculate. So I'm going to end up with 42, well, yeah, 42, I think, of these. So what I've just done is I've selected 2 rows of that. That's not what I want to do anyways. What I want to do is say, okay, if it's a 1 and 1, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 48 of them, which is more than what I need for this, but it'll be fine. Now that's going to generate 62,000 green circuits, and I need 56,000, 57,000. So I'm going to be short copper cable assemblers. Across the board, I'm short them. But, so my green circuit assemblers are not going to run at 100%. But because I'm overbuilding, whereas I need 42 and I'm building 48, so because I'm overbuilding the green circuit assemblers, the fact that they're not going to be running at 100% is going to be fine. So I'm sub-optimizing my green circuit assemblers with copper cable shortage in order to make up for that. I'm adding more green circuit assemblers. And the result is that instead of this design here, I'll be able to use similar to what I've got for plastic here. Matter of fact, it'll be nearly identical to this plastic design, in so much as that it'll have dual loaders. Because if I don't have this center copper cable right here, then what I can do is I can feed copper on the outside like I'm doing currently in the current design, which is what I have here with the copper cable. So this is my old design, and what I'm doing is I'm feeding copper cable. Ignore that I'm changing that. But I'm double feeding copper cable with some of it expected to reach down to the second half. So I'm thinking about that while I'm rebuilding all of these stations. Because I don't like having 6 of those. That's just extra workload. So that would be 1, right? And then I would just simply do, well, I'm going to have to do a D and an E here. Let me grab those. Yeah, there we go. Power is going to be a problem. Let me get power out of the way. And feeding this is going to be a problem. Hi, Mango. You have to count by belt. One stack is one blue belt. Resource requirements by that measure. That's pretty much what I have. I'm limited by how fast the belt can transfer things, yeah. So I'm going to be getting rid of this and getting rid of this. So this is copper here. So I'm thinking about the next iteration of it, right? Because what's historically happened with these is I do this. If you look at how plastic is again, and I apologize, I'm swinging all over the place, but look at how plastic does it in my new design that I like. Here, I'll just grab a plastic stack here. And get that built. So I come out with the excess and then I run it down past the loader. So I have the identical below and above. Right? It's the same above and below. There's no difference there. Because up above this is another loader, right? So if I use the same philosophy for green circuits, then I should have pass-through that feeds to the next one. So from here to here, if I had placed that on a rail alignment, that would have been better, but... And then from here to here... And so, you know, this is identical here. And I'll have a loader there. Blah, blah, blah. So it's a green circuit loader. And this is actually what got me to working on this today. Is the... is this particular problem. Not so much the stations, because the stations are kind of mindless. But that also means that I have to go back and refactor things I've already finished. Well, you're not very friendly. Hello, friend called 5. Have you open on another tab? Day 24 of Old Factory. I don't know what Old Factory means. But Mining Prod 784 is important. That's pretty cool. You know, this argument was made to me, friend called 5, and I rejected it because I'm trying to keep kind of vanilla here, although it was a very valid suggestion. Is to get bigger, better spiders. Things that can move faster. And I think that would be something that would benefit you quite a bit. And it wouldn't invalidate your save, I don't think. Because what you'd be saving on is time, literally, which is the only cost you have. Well, you spend a lot of time walking. I got teleporters. And that time walking is time spent that you're not building or whatever. But I can't just throw this away because there's a lot of knowledge here right there in that. That's useful to me. So for B, B comes here. I deleted that. Well, that's a fair point. So we're definitely not doing this. The question is, how can I feed this and feed through and then swap it out? Maybe I don't feed through. Maybe I do it differently than that. Maybe I literally just have that. And then I have to have C and D in here. Wait a minute, why do I have this here? It's not allowed. I'm gonna do 2 and 2, Mango. I've pretty much decided how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gotta implement it now. this this exercise right here. Has satisfied that. So what I'll do is I'll just use these as pass-throughs. Literally not do anything with them. And then pretend that right here what I'll do is essentially a shift. Is if I were passing A and B through here, I will move C and D to A and B's columns so it looks transparent. These will be identical to these. Yeah. I think I'm going to do that differently because I don't like putting the power cables here. So I'm probably going to end up flipping this so that A becomes iron and B becomes copper. Because when I make a second one of these and I put it next to it, I don't want the power stations right next to each other here and here. I want them spread out. And then this is not quite identical because I'm not going to have the pass-throughs for C and D. But that's going to get me a two-loader solution that is nearly identical to plastic. And I'm okay with that. I'd love to have a little bit more of this copper cable transfer down here, but I don't. With these kind of restrictions, I don't see a way to do that. Because these are all taken up. The only way I could do it is that if I I could do that. So I could go here. Why does it always come out like that? Yeah, that won't work because that's going to bring copper. Because that fails me right there, and unless I do that turn thing, which I don't want to do. Yeah, I understand that that's true. And I'm not willing to turn this. I could do something janky like that, which is not a good idea. In terms of inserters, it should be able to keep up with it, right? It says here it's 1.618 inserters. And that's 2 inserters right there. That's a good question. I don't know if that's to feed it or unload it. But when I switch to just the green circuit, it's the same thing. It's 1.733, so just 2. And it's going to be balanced, right? So these direct lines like that should be fine. This song is just a woman screaming, and I don't really like those. Somebody commented the other day about a Martin Garrix song, Animals, and how it was overplayed. Here's another Martin Garrix song that is just fantastic. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I need 3 as well, but I don't have a way to get 3 there. And I should only need 1 iron, but I know that I need more. I mean, when I benchmarked this, if you look at this design, the reason this is set up this way is because I couldn't get the performance I needed. I mean, I was using 3 inserters for loading, 2 here. All right, so that's under capacity this, but then what I did is I used this extra one to feed it back the other way. So I was half loading, half using both of them. But again, Mango, I'm not going for absolute maximum performance. Yeah. But I'm not going for absolute maximum performance. I'm going for what fits my template and satisfies the desire, right? I'm launching 4 rockets from this place. What do 4 rockets need in terms of production? And they need the equivalent of 42 fully functional copper cable assemblers. And if I build 48 and they don't all run at complete absolute maximum, then I've met my requirements. It doesn't mean this can't be optimized more, but it's a local sub-optimization for a macro optimization. It would be nice to get another green circuit out of this, but with the way I'm feeding this, I'd have to put copper back over here. If I put copper back over here, so let me consider doing that. I should not need 3 to feed this. There's no way I need 3 to feed this. Although I think I do, but if I'm only going to get 3 out, But maybe I'm getting 4 out and I don't realize it, right? Let's gut this just so I don't accidentally do something and think that's done. So if I've done that, I still don't have a way to do what I want. Not without turning that belt in, which I've already determined is a bad move. So this is about the best performance I can hope for. I mean, if I'm willing to do something janky, I can put this as an underbelt and then also put an underbelt here, which essentially terminates this and lets me do another offload right there. Because this copper plate doesn't go any farther than here, and so this double underbelt is a cheesy way to do what I want. And then anything I do here is a waste. Anything I try and do here isn't going to work. Hello, Crimson. I'm not really comfortable with that, and I think I'm just going to have to suck up that these are going to be short. And as long as the green assemblers, green circuit assemblers, are producing at that late level. Oh, cool, Crimson. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you have any questions. What size world? What world choice did you make, and what size? Because most people increase it, and that's usually a mistake. I am not British. I'm southeast corner of the United States. So, and the city locations aren't perfect, so. The honest to goodness answer, the reason that my train track directions are different is belt placement. When you look at where my signals are, this space here between the rail and the power pole, because I always ran tracks at this gap with a power pole in between, and I used to have the signals on the outside. And then one day I ran into a problem where I couldn't get my belt to do what I want because I had a signal in the way. And I said, why don't I put my signals on the inside where it won't interfere with my belts? And besides, I'm not using this space in between the rail and the power pole. So that's why I use that signaling. So yeah, this is what I'm going to go with. It's not optimal, but it meets all the other criteria. Well, you don't have to use my trains. Most of my designs and most of my blueprints. Matter of fact, if you look at the stage 2 blueprints, if you look at these blueprints here, and you look at base 2, when you get to the point where you're using rails, there's no signals here. There's the signals at the station, but there's no signals along the rail. And if you look farther into the factory, into the blueprints, you'll find there's 2 blueprints here. One called base 2 left and base 2 right. And that stands for right-hand drive and left-hand drive. So I have signaled this base both ways, outside signaling and inside signaling. So you don't have to use my signals. And the loaders and the unloaders, you can just focus on the guts of it. It's like, here's a loader 4. Everything that matters about this is in the center section, which is bidirectional. All the other stuff, and you can't use this design if you're going to use outside signaling anyways, because these two are backwards and it doesn't work this way. It has to go off in that direction. So the whole thing's got to be redone. So just take the guts and then build your rail network around it. So anyhow, the green circuit thing I just did is what I will use in the future. Well, I still struggle with them too. Now the other thing is that King asked a very valid question. Why am I doing this with my loaders? I really should be just doing this. I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. But it's the most effective thing I can do for UPS. So that's what I'm going to go with. And if I find I don't like it, I'll go back to the splitters thing. Well, I'm glad you're liking the designs. That's cool. I appreciate that positive feedback. All right, back to it. Of course, there's the question as to whether or not this will fit in the places where I want it to fit, or how much redesign am I going to have to do to move things around. Yeah, it fits there. It's going to fit there, that's for sure. Why am I going with a longer neck there? Because that's what plastic required, but plastics using the old neck design for copper cable that I don't need anymore. So I've got a flaw in this design already, because this is the 2-loader. And it does this. So this doesn't apply anymore. So I've made it taller than I need to. Yeah. Let's go. Action, it's 10K, 10,000 science per minute. Which the factory has achieved 10,000 science per minute. It's just that it couldn't sustain it. Which I guess sounds like a pretty shit cop-out. I should have had some of those in there. I'm going to have to mark these with what they are because I can't. Why aren't you doing this? Because I took those away from you. Hello, Etra. Are you with me? Stan PC Gaming. Did I just hit the Dungeon Keeper imp? Yes, you did. Several of my sound effects are the Dungeon Keeper sounds. They're redeemed down there. If you click on the Speedies icon where channel points are, you'll find a few of them. Thank you. I saved them on my hard drive all those years. They used to be my... Thanks, Mango. I'm good. Well, have you played Dungeons 4 or Dungeons 3? Stan PC Gaming? I haven't played Dungeons 4, but Dungeons 3 with the Dark Elf Dahlia. What a fantastic game, especially because you can play it co-op with 2 people. I can play it with my daughter and with a couple of friends. I played it like 3 complete playthroughs with all the DLC. One of us would focus on the base and one of us would focus on the creatures. It was fantastic. Highly recommended. 9 of 10. Flashko wants his name on a train. I can do that. A non-red train. Alright, Flashko, any particular type of train you'd like to be part of? Yeah, War for the Overworld. I get that in my Steam library. Well, this one's handy. You get a stone train. 0, 255, 255. There you go, Flashko. You are now on a train. Thank you. Give me some of these back. Rails, I'm not using you right now, so... Wait, come back. I need you to pick up some green inserters. While you're up there. Why don't I just do this and turn? Why don't I just do this and turn? And do this and turn? Why am I making my life so complicated there? Thought I'd picked up all that stuff, but anyhow. Where was I? Okay, these are fixed. These are fixed. Right, 5, you can go up here. We'll get that fixed. 1, I think, is still here, right? Yeah, 1 is still here. So this needs to be fixed. So these are copper, and this is opposite side loading on all 4 of these. So opposite side loading for copper. Those are same size loading. This is opposite side loading. No, apparently I don't know how to pay attention. It's same side loading. Jesus, dude. Smoke a little less. So I need a same side loading copper. Got high research multiple. I have to build massive train stops with 2 red belts and Mark II assemblers. Yeah, you get that. You get that warped. Things get warped when you get to really high numbers. I mean, they work, but it really messes your perspective up. All right, let's see if there's anything missing here. Where is that missing? Could have fooled me. You'll take care of it, though. Yeah, Flash, because what I try and do is I try and make it available to other people, I tend to not choose those options, and that makes things a little more difficult for me. I forgot how much of a pain in the ass this is. Just a day off. Ah, shit. No, that's fine. That's fine. I just need to copy these out and remember that they're going to have their settings updated. I really want to try 5dim sometime. I saw it a long, long time ago, and I was really impressed with it. Shouldn't even need you. Alright, so this is sulfuric acid, which is right here. But yours is all twisted up because of the water, so I'll take this one. I don't want to take all of that because I don't want that header piece. Well, I don't even need water here, so I'm going to have to go like this and then truncate a little bit. Oh, I gotta mess with all this. I should have moved those lamps, because now they are causing me problems. That's the wrong one, though. My life would have been better if I'd have pushed that up closer, but this is an old design that I'm going away from anyways, right? Well, this is supposed to be here. Hello? You're not supposed to be here. Alright. Keep going. Why are you coming here? No, you little twit. I said, show me this. Take me here. Okay, good. This is where I want to see. So what's that button say? Open this location in the map. And when I say open this location in the map, it means where I'm looking. Not where this train is. All right? It's this location on the map. So don't redirect me to where the train is. If I'm reading that wrong, then that tooltip needs open this train's location on the map. Because that's what I want to see. Well, what are you? And what are you? Okay. Flashco, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm a fan of... hi, Rayclaw. How's freight forwarding treating you? I find it hard to believe that I only have one of those, but... MegaBasing is a bitch. Yeah, that's where I am, bro. That's where I am. Alright, so I think I got this fixed, right? You're not going to fix that, so... I'm also moving all of these little fuel things that I shouldn't have had there. Why aren't you doing your job? All right. Obviously, one of you worked and the rest of you don't. So let's get sulfur. I see I changed my mind on sulfur. I just went to a simple one.